Hello, everyone. Allow me to take this opportunity to welcome everyone to this webinar 1.4 organized by the AfriFoodLinks COP on food environment as an entry point to transform the food system. Mine is not so much. My name is Professor Michael Olonoko from Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University in Kenya. I'm a researcher at the university and one of the researchers in the AfriFoodLinks project. Allow me to introduce the participants and also the organizers of this webinar. First, we have the presenter. We have Professor Amos Lah, Professor of Public Health, Nutrition at the University of Ghana, and also a convener of the Africa Food Environment Research Network. The second presenter is Professor Michelle Hulsworth, Research Director in Public Health, Nutrition at the French National Research Institute for Sustainable Development. And Professor Michelle is also a visiting scholar at the African Population and Health Research Center. Those are going to be the two main presenters of this webinar. And we also have the moderators. We have Esther Diaz-Perez, who is from CIRAD, French Agricultural Research Center for International Development, and myself, Professor Michael Olonoko at the School of Engineering and Technology at Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Science and Technology. And we have Dr. Antonina Mutoro, who is the Associate Research Scientist at the African Population and Health Research Center in Nairobi. So I take this opportunity to welcome Esther Diaz so that you can introduce this webinar and you set us going. Welcome, Esther.
Thank you, Michael. Yes, so as Michael said, this webinar is organized within the project AfriFoodLinks under the Community of Practice and the Work Package 4. The Community of Practice tries to link researchers, practitioners, and policymakers across Africa and Europe for networking and knowledge sharing on best practices on how to improve food and nutrition security within cities. And this AfriFoodLinks Community of Practice was initiated by under the EU-funded project AfriFoodLinks, which is currently being implemented by over 24 partners, among which there are CIRAD, APHRC, and JUICE that are co-coordinating this webinar. Then for the Work Package 4 part, this work package of the project is aiming to transform urban food environments through real-world experiments in 15 African cities that are participating in the project. And that's why under Work Package 4, we are interested in this topic and improving the knowledge sharing, the experiences about this. So understanding how food environments function is crucial to promote healthy and sustainable diets. This webinar targets all professionals interested in gaining a comprehensive understanding of food environment concepts and learning about what types of interventions and policies could be implemented to improve them. I will explain you briefly how it's going to be structured. So there will be two main parts. We will have two presentations from our two speakers that Michael introduced. It will be around 20 minutes each. And then, of course, at the end, we will have a session for questions, answers, and discussions. Well, we are very honored to come with the participation of our two speakers, so Michael and Michelle Hulsworth and Amos Lah, which are very knowledgeable about the topic of food environments in Africa. And they are both active partners of the project AfriFoodLinks. First, Michelle will take us through the definitions and dimensions of food environments and how this has evolved over time, and also the factors in people's lived food environments that influence their diet. That will be based on some research that was conducted in Ghana and Kenya, so there will be a focus on that. Later, Amos will present an overview of research methods that can be mobilized to investigate the different components of food environments. And he will also illustrate examples of policies and interventions that can improve food environments in Africa. We are very grateful to them for their participation today, to share their expertise and their knowledge, and also to contribute to collective learning, which is one of the values of the AfriFoodLink project. Before starting, some practical information. So for good practice, so please make sure that your micro is mute during the presentations, unless you will be intervening to ask a question in the question session. You can ask your questions in the chat on the go, and we will try to address them at the end in the discussion session. And then without any further delay, so I'm pleased to give the floor to Michelle. So Michelle, over to you. Thank you.